Alright, hello everyone, it's Lightning Star here, and I'm here bringing you the draft analysis for the Arizona Dactyls. And we've got a nice little layout here. I hope you don't see like the weird lines that I see, because that'd be awkward. But yeah, we got a nice little layout here, and I'm gonna go through what I drafted. We'll pull up the GIF of what I did, and it'll be pretty sweet. So I didn't really have a great draft plan for this. I kind of wanted to go bulky offense, defensive stall kind of variants. Wasn't really sure. We're doing OU clauses, so Mega Metagross and Hoopa and Bound available, so it's like, well, that's pretty bad unless you get a good draft spot. And it's like, no shadow tag, because, which I think is stupid, but, that's my opinion. And maybe I should have said something. But don't worry about it. It's fine. Shadow tag is annoying. Fuck off, Attell. Um, answer to life. But anyhow, um, our goal here is so our goal was like, I don't know, we'll see what I get, and we end up with the third draft slot. I was like, all right, that's pretty sweet. Got my main man Bryson, and then Will, and then me. Unfortunately, Bryson had to leave the tourney, but he did make his first pick, Excadrill. Will, I wanted Mega Metagross. Will goes for Mega Metagross. I'm like, well, I guess Hoopa and Bound. It was one of those two. If it made it to me, which they happened to, I don't make any judgments here. But Hoopa and Bound was like well then. So yeah, I'll write that in for you. Hoopa Unbound. See? So now you have this. Now you have this. Look at me. See, I ended up with a Hoopa Unbound. And let's talk about this. So this brought up some. We only get some important things to note about this is that we only get uh we don't. Sorry, I got distracted. So I'm not used to doing this whole editing on the fly here, but Jesus Christ, it better be here. Alright, there we go. Look at this, see this hoop unbound, it's so amazing. Give it a lick, it tastes just like a raisin. This is what we got. So we ended up with this monster. So that's pretty sweet. Look at him, he's so amazing. He's really so amazing. And I'm grabbing the wrong thing. But now look. So that's what we got. We ended up with hoop and bounce. So this brought a couple changes to my draft strategy. So I was like, alright, what's a good partner for this? I really wanted Skarmory to begin with, and Skarmory was pretty good. And Skarmory, like, matches up. It's still Meteoric speed, but it helps because Hoopa doesn't have defense. Skarm, defensive monster. So I was like, alright, see if it makes it back around to me. But first off, let's go into Hoopa a little bit. Hoopa's just a pain in the ass, basic stuff. You're gonna Scarf Life Orb. You're gonna do cool things with it, but I don't know, Hyperspace Fury things. It can run special or physical, just basic information, because I don't want to give anyone any more information that they can't get on their own. It hits the base 80 speed here, which isn't that fast, which makes it kind of disappointing. Um, and Jesus, I just moved this logo out of the way, so let me just resize that. I add whatever championships. Yeah, sure, deal with it. Deal with it. Alright, so yeah, Hoop Unbound. Pretty sweet. So that's what we ended up with there, and just kind of put it to the side a little bit. And go up here. So, now for our, so as I said, Skarmory was, I was thinking going to go for it, and if it made it back around to me, got a couple of good picks. Joey had that wheel pick, and he got. I was also thinking Mega Venusaur. That got taken. And I was Joey. It's a couple of good megas, and I was like, I feel like a mega slot isn't gonna cut it for me, and all the good megas were pretty much gone. And there were some things that I feel like we should have known before the draft, like how the rules are gonna work. Like you don't have to mega first turn, which is like, well, that some megas like become way infinitely better. But what are we gonna do? Um, so and as you can see right here, I did end up getting Skarm. It made it back around. Look at this flying masterpiece of. I tried to type it in the wrong spot. But look, Skarm. So then we got that nice little color going. I mean, Sylveon managed to not get drafted, though I'm sure people will free agency for it. So in fact, I'm like, I might go for it. I mean, I don't know how the UU draft is gonna work out because we have to re-randomize it every time, which is unbelievably luck based, and it's like Jesus Christ. I got lucky with the third pick. Now I have to hope for my luck for the next one. So just yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best. So and I don't really like I said, didn't really have a good draft plan going into this. I mean, I got a defensive scrum that removes hazard removal. I forgot that like half the time. Never crossed my mind because that shows how much I think about stuff. But yeah. So that hazard removal, and we got basically a defensive wall and mixed offense. So as I pulled this up, the UU draft order was we ended up getting a mediocre spot at I believe 10th. Uh, yeah, we got 10th. It was like meh. It was not good for my health. Uh, I didn't like it. So I was like thinking back around, thinking what's gonna make it to me. Didn't really know, and it turned like first like I was thinking Zapdos, but I had Skarmory, and so Zapdos got drafted by Henry. Henry and I were fighting over it, and so we were so Henry ended up getting it. Sorry, I'm so off on this. I'm not like I'm trying to do a whole bunch of things at once. It's not really good for my health, it really isn't. But so basically Henry gets Zapdos, who got first draft, and then we got another dude got picked the Bottom H. I was thinking about that, and then Joey, of course, wanting Suicune. A couple things. Mamoswine goes to Andrew. Infernape goes to Jolt. So it's like, okay, what do I want? And I'm thinking, why is this not drafted yet? It is UU, and it's it's pretty according to GBA, it's tier one. His name is Gudra. I disagree with their tiering system now, but like, 'cause I don't know. Gudra is a great specially defensive wall. I'm not able to get that Fairy Dragon Seal car, and I never resized this Skarmory, but I'm not able to get that Fairy Dragon Seal car just because all the good fairy types are basically gone at this point. If I wanted to go Slurpuff, but I feel like Slurpuff is such a bad mon. It's a one-trick pony. So yeah, we got this Gudra here. Gudra, plethora of moves, pseudo-legendary Gen 6, not very fast. So look, my draft so far looking slow. And we don't get, and it's not like the best of the best situation for us, but this thing is tier 1 by GBA standards, but I feel like it can run multiple different moves, but it like relies on AV status beats, and it doesn't have reliable recovery except if you want to say hydration and rest, which it's like iffy. So yeah, that's Gudra for you. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it, but I feel like it's a pretty solid draft. Gives me a nice wall. I was like, all right, I like my walls here. I like my walls. So then, going for our next pick, we next pick. Again, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I disagree with this pick now, but I needed to do something, right? So we, I don't know. I ended up going with this pick, and its name is Roserade, as you can see right here. And I was like, all right, I want a poison type. There's some good fairies out there, and this thing's pretty. It's okay, decent speed here. It's not like real fast, but it'll have to do. It will have to do. So it can set up hazards. Well, I already got Scram, but it gets toxic spites. Bit some water types. I don't know. Doesn't really do much for my team. That's why I don't know. Maybe I'm just underestimating it, but or maybe I'm just checking anyone out who wants some information on my draft. I'm really gonna use this every single time. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on this Roserade. I might trade and shit, but I drafted it. I didn't really have a great draft plan, so my thought process is not really clear to me. I was like, this thing can be good. Might as well try it out. So that was the end of the UU pick, and so um, other things got drafted. Like I feel like at the end of UU there wasn't that much left. I should have gone something like my Milotic, which ended up making back around to Jolt. of the token minorities. It's like, that's my fault. I should have totally taken that up. I should have. But I was hoping to the luck gods that I would manage to get a Lomomola from RU. I'm remembering that. I really, really wanted Lomomola because I was like a wish support. It's also thinking about Blissey from Yu, but I was like, then I have too big of a fighting weakness, which I don't want in my life. I don't want that fighting weakness. So it's like I have Scarm, and I know it doesn't get a resist. I don't think Dragon resists, and like Hoopa just doesn't resist anything. So I was like, all right, you know what, Roserade, you'll have to do. So that's why I went Roserade. So, but going around to RU, and it didn't work out for me. I mean, this is my fault for praying to the luck gods, but again, I get this time 11th draft pick. So it's like, did it really change up that much? No, no, it didn't. It did not end that well for me. So I was like, all right, what do I do here? I want a Lomomola, and I doubt it's gonna make it back to me, which it didn't, because it turned out Henry wanted it, and Henry took it. So Henry just taking everything from me, and I was like, maybe Gastrodon, but that went already. That went before Lomomola. So I was like, well, I didn't pay. I was like not paying attention. But as you can see here, I ended up going with this man, Embor. I was like, wall breaking capacity over 9,000. I messed that up a little bit. You didn't see that. But yeah, Embor. This sweet Embor here ended up making the team. And I was like, alright, wall breaking capacity is pretty solid. I like my bulky fire types. This thing Oko stuff. So then again, I think Darmanitan is in the end a better one. But I was like, I want that fighting type coverage, and I've used Darmanitan in the past. Though in the end, I think, and Darmanitan's Yu, and I forgot that part. Darmanitan's Yu. This thing's RU. So Darmanitan already won. Henry got that too. Henry. So I got my tiers mixed up. So I'm showing my mastery of this. So yeah, I didn't really have a draft plan, as you can obviously tell. So I was like, alright, Embor, bulky, offensive power. That's pretty sweet. So, I keep messing up my format because I'm bad at editing. So, I feel like my commentary is a bit dry and I'm just not showing my knowledge. But yeah, right now we got okay team. I like it. I like it. I really wish I could get like a water type on this, right? A water type. Looking at it now, this is like hindsight, because hindsight's 2020. I can't control what I did, and but I did decide that I was going to get um, this water type that I wanted, and there wasn't really much left. Like Jellicent got drafted right before me, and I was like, that kind of sucks for me. So it was, it was annoying, but we ended up going with this man, Seismitoad, Water Ground. I was debating Slowking, but I was like, I already have Hoopa, and I don't really need another Psychic type. So I was like, let's go for another type, and Seismitoad made the team. It's like, I can figure out how to use this. It sets up rocks, it's more and more. So I have this, like, grid hazard setting. So I might have to play in the thing. But the thing is, I lack priority or strong cleanup in, order to do, like, clean stuff. And I keep accidentally moving things, because I'm just trying to make this look nice. And so, sorry. Okay. Sorry that I'm trying to make this look good. So yeah, look at that. So that's my team so far. And I didn't write the Seismitoad in. I don't even know how to spell it, but it's fine. So yeah. Seismitoad, not looking... My draft's looking okay. I got a Hoop and Bounce, amazing. I got defensive Scarn to cover that. I got a specially defensive Gudra. I got a... Base, I can run anything on Roserade. It can be... Not really anything. It can be a wall. Not really... It doesn't work that well. It can be offensive Scarf. It can be setup. But, I can it has a couple other things. There's like Embor that can be like ass fast band, depending on what you want to go with. You know, probably band. I can go scarf if I want, but it needs or life orb. It needs power though, and it has so much recoil that it's kind of like I'm just throwing out. Hopefully I'm not spinning out too much. Like if you didn't know this stuff, good for you now. And Seismitoad, it gets rocks. It gets knockoff utility, so it's okay in that. It gets scald, so that's pretty cool. Burn stuff. Um, and I got that mini firewater grass. I've had better firewater grasses. I was thinking about for alligator from but once again, I was banking on that Alomomola, and I really shouldn't have. So, because I wanted a wish support, and I don't have wish support. So, So now that kind of affects me going into my NU draft. I'm like, already, I don't like my Roserade pick. That was a big part of me. But like, no, I think I can get behind it. But I don't. I mean, I have Scarm for fairy types, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It seems sketch. Seems sketch. And I mean, like, if you think about it, there's not that many fairy types, but yeah. So, but going on into this, and then your draft, I was on a Boy Scout camp out, so I just had to make this draft like there, and I was like, I don't know what to do. What do I do? So I was like, I ended up with third pick again. So I was like, great. I got 3, 10, 11, 3, variety. So I don't know what to get. I honestly could have picked better, but I decided I'd go with Miss Magius. Because I was like, I'm in the need for speed. And as you can see, this sweet Miss Magius over here, look at it, it's really big and loves you. But Miss Magius, I don't know. I don't have like the thing is I don't have much of a thought process behind any of my picks. So it's like good at this game. Come up with draft plans, mates. Come up with draft plans. But this it made the team, and I was like, all right, this can do something for me, because I need the speed. It gets Destiny Bot, it gets Willow, so it can be a nice utility. It can be a setup. So it has a couple options. It has a couple options, but you can Trick Scarf, basic stuff, basic stuff. So but now going into this, I'm like, all right, still dislike my picks here. Still dislike it. Don't like what I've gone. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on my draft, so I'll see how that reflects in my playstyle. But we're going in and we go for our next pick, and I'm thinking like, all right, I in another league like called the Modified UCL. It was not a professional league by any standards, but I am going with Cradley because this thing's a monster. I can just curse setup. It can lead sheet. It's annoying. It has a couple setup options. This is annoying. It gets recover. It has a pretty decent type, and it gets storm drain. So I mean, it can wall water types completely. So and it gets section cups. I don't remember what that does, but I'm pretty sure it's okay. So it gets a couple options, and I think it could be pretty useful. I get the double grass now. Once again, thinking about like Fred and seeing this fucking Rose raid. I dislike it. I dislike my choices here. But yeah. So this Cradley is going to come on in, and it's going to do something for me. I'm gonna make it do something, and I'm gonna plan on winning at least one match. So yeah. So that was my annual draft. I was kind of crunched for time when I was drafting too. I don't know. When I like draft analysis video, it's difficult for me because I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I know somewhat what I'm talking about, but I don't have like the greatest idea. You know, I'm not a master. I'm not a master. I'm not an analyst master. That's not what I do. But anyway, going into PU, which is like, if you really think about this draft, I might have mentioned it earlier, but 4 of your mons are good. Like maybe you have a couple good RU gems, maybe one or two, maybe one NU gem, maybe one RU even. Like you really only have 4 really strong mons, and the new mons are still like can be iffy. So it's like um, so you really only are bringing 4 mons. So you have to bring a whole bunch of trash mons. Could be decided PU. And like PU and below for popular requests, people wanted to LC, but Joey decided to ban it and whatever. Don't really care. So end up getting 16th draft. I'm like, that's a nice change. Wheel pick. People have been complaining about the wheel pick. I kind of like that because it gives me a little bit of chance for synergy here. And I'm thinking about it. I don't know really what to go with. I don't know too much about this, but I'm like, wait. I see this when I'm scrolling with the period here. Mouse the game. It gets prankster, right? I want this. I want this in my life. So uh, it makes it down, and I end up getting this, and I'm like, well, Meowsticam. And I was also thinking about my other pick, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But this Meowsticam gives me the ability to sub screens and pranks their Thunderwave thing, which is huge, because I need speed. I need speed, because my team is slow. So it's like, alright, so I can now have double speed control. I have a pretty fast mon, a base 105. Miss Major, it's not the Sonic fast. It outspeeds a lot of things, but not not. There's still gonna be that one mon maybe up per team that I'm gonna outspeed me. It's gonna suck for me. But that's my fastest mon. It's like, oh, Meowstic coming up, they're close 104, but this prankster ability coming in huge can allow me to set up screens, T-wave stuff, and just kind of be generally a nuisance to teams. So that is Meowstic's purpose, and that is why I decided to go for it. And I'm like, you know what? I like my prankster mons. I'm gonna show how you can use them. So that's how Mastic came. And I was trying to argue for Mastic F, but people didn't want me to have that. And it's like, I don't know if, because there's probably only 5 moves different. It's like, I guess I get a little bit of an advantage, but I don't know. I don't know. It's mixed. So I don't really care that I didn't get it. It'd be pretty cool if I did, but then I could do a little bit more with my versatility on my team, which is a little bit lackluster. Even though I do have a Hoop Unbound, I do have Skarmory. I don't. I still feel like the lackluster is real. So anyway, coming in from our last pick, I was thinking, and yeah, you can see it right there, Luxray. That's what I'm going for. And I debated this over a little bit, and then right afterwards I realized, wait a second, I want to go Licky Licky, but as Henry told me his pick, and I was like, damn it, but I didn't want to steal Henry. So I could easily take him on back, but I didn't want to, and I felt like it was kind of bullshit. So I was like, no, no, I'm not gonna do this. So I went with my bro Luxray here, and and I've used him pretty well effective in the WCP. Um, he's been a nice wall for me on my paper team that I had, and I had to run him special most of the time because I didn't have any special attackers besides Clef and Megaladios. So my team was stupid, and but once again didn't think my draft over. I really gotta get better at that. So yeah, this is my team. I got a couple options, versatility. Um, I don't know. It could be strong. It could be strong. It has some depth. It has pretty good depth. But once again, that Rosa raid, it's still sketch to me. I might get rid of it. I might not. Depends on my first match, which is what I want to bring up with you guys right now. You see, I don't know how this formatting is gonna work, but we're gonna find out right now. So I'm gonna full bracket go and get like the first matchup. So I was watching Joey randomize this. We have a sheet. He put it in, and I watched him do it, so I know what happened. So I saw it live as it went down, and yeah, that's really all I got to say for that. And I'll just throw it right over here. And yeah, so let's look at these first two matchups. Like, let's just look at the, yeah, you can't really see. So we got the first two matchups, Emerald City Melodics and the Connecticut Crocodile. So Joey ends up getting a first matchup versus Sam, who was a CPC Season 2 champion, who got defeated, who went 5-2 regular season. I beat him week 1, though I ended up not doing, I ended up on a 3-game losing streak. Ended up losing to Will twice, once in the playoffs and once the regular season, and that was not fun for me. I couldn't get my revenge. Nothing I can do. Swipe wall like hacks the wall, but that's the game of Pokemon. That's a different story. So anyway, so it's gonna be an interesting matchup. Joey has interesting history in CPC. He ended up rejoining CPC Season 2 as a replacement. He was a monster in the WCP, but he didn't draft that team. He drafted a team in CPC Season 1, which I have to say wasn't the most skilled competition. And ended up getting 4th in the playoffs, best record of the regular season. But I had a better matchup than him, got some fighting types to beat him, and I had Mega Magicham. And then going in, this is originally different teams drafted, like we had a replacement. But this is Anthony, aka Iron Flash, and my good friend Jay. Now I know this matchup is pretty weird. I feel like Anthony's gonna win, but Toby, the person he replaced, didn't draft the ground resist, and Jay has Diggersby. What do you know? So I don't know. Joey. Also, by the way, check out Joey's video. Draft analysis. I really like his team. His team's pretty solid. Like his first 3 picks, because that's a really strong Firewater Grass core. But yeah. So they're going head to head. I'm like, all right, all right, all right. And then for the next matchup, we got I could like scroll this up a little bit. You don't need to see that. But wait, no, I'm going too far. So but at this point, these two matchups have already happened. But I'll just show you this like that. And it's just, oh, that's really bad. I'm sorry. My professionality is not great. But we got uh, Andrew, who was who was runner-up to CPC season one, and he has an okay record. You can be an underdog. He's taking on Danza, GBA season one champion, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on the facts there, but I believe so. And they're both pretty good battlers, though Danza is really rusty, and I don't know. So I don't know. And then we got Aura, who was Aura and Will. I don't have much background on Aura, but Will he uses in CP season two and WCP. I know, and WCP he was mediocre. Uh, though he's technically in the semifinals of playoffs because they ended that early because people stopped caring. And but he's also I believe he ended up fourth place in CP season two because they had to forfeit to Henry because family issues. But yeah, that happened there. But moving on up, we got we got our 5 and 6 matchups. So we got Isaiah who from season one, 0-7, best record, and then we got I don't even know who he is. Oh, Levine, who's apparently I don't even know. I don't have much background on him, so that's going to be an interesting matchup. But he's supposed to be really good. Will gets asceticism, as from asks for team building advice. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned the team names, but first match is Connecticut Crocodiles versus Emerald City Milotics. Second one is Detroit Butterfrees versus the Alabama Amphorae, or Alabama Altaria. I don't even know what it is actually. That's my lack of information coming to hurt me. Um, Alabama Altarias now. She was Jay, season one. I mean season two, 1-8. So that's his record. And then Detroit Butterfrees is of Anthony. Then next three we got Manhattan Mudkips. I keep thinking Mammal Swine because he has Mammal Swine. His team is MAM. So it's like, and then the Los Angeles Niddle Kings. And now here we are, El Dorado Kids versus the Boston Keldios. Isaiah on the top, Levi on the bottom. And then we got RG Awesome, someone we met through Jolt's tournament for March Madness tournament, New York Metagross versus Henry of the Leos Latios. I don't have much background on RG. I don't know how he did in the tournament because I didn't really pay attention to that. But he Henry as season one champion, third place of CPC season two. Great track record. Stopped really carrying the WCP, but he's really good. He's a phenomenal battler in my opinion. But he gets he gets down on team matchups sometimes, and hacks don't usually go his way. So except when he's practicing, except when he's mock battling me, in which case every time, every time. That's all I have to say. Um, but moving on, we got the last matchups, and Joey told me my matchup early, and I wish he would saved it, but since I ended up being last, I would have been more anticipating for it. But we got Sebi versus John. I don't even know their team names because that's my fault. Super Claw versus John. He might be replaced, but because apparently he's doing stuff. And Sebi of the Wisconsin Rhydons. Now Sebi has an interesting track record, 3-4 in the regular season of CPC season one. He had Mega Metagross and Clefable, and yet he sucked. So I don't know. He just didn't have the time to team build. But he has once again another mixed track record. He could definitely pull out a victory. Like he has it in him, but you know. But I don't know what John is. I don't think it's I don't know. But we got me for my last matchup is me versus Jolt, and this is like oh my god. I'm just gonna say it now. Hopefully this will go up around when I'm battling Jolt actually, so he won't really see this. But it's like Ape is a monster against my team. Jesus fucking Christ! I don't know what he's gonna run on it, because it's gonna depend on the set. Like I can counter one set, but I can counter multiple sets, but I have to scout, and that's annoying. So Ape is just annoying. Like that's what I talk about. That's why I don't want to like go for like something like Lissy right now, because Ape, it's a thing. It destroys me. I have to like look at my matchups and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be annoying for me. But that's what I ended up going for my matchup. And I hope you enjoyed this video of me kind of mumbling on and kind of saying, "Oh, my team sucks. I don't like it," which is like great confidence levels. Of course, I'm gonna take on this challenge and try to beat Jolt best I can, coming off that MPL championship loss on a 2% chance. Hey man, hex, what we play is Pokemon, so yeah. But he's a legitimate battler. I'm just some hoax. If you want to know my track record, I was 6-1 in the regular season of CPC season 1. I was, and then I got third place. I lost to Henry twice. It was my only 2 losses throughout that. It was like the only team that could beat me. It was like really sad. But it happened to Joey. I was the only team who could beat him. So you know, it's like yeah. So it was kind of sad. And then we got my CPC season 2. I like you've seen some of the battles. I don't want to give away my record for that just because people are that's still going on, and that will actually I think my episode 8 battle went up today. I did say I made playoffs, so that's kind of yeah, whatever. I made playoffs before. Um, I ended up going 6-3. I went on a 3-game losing streak because I suck. I ended up starting off strong. I always start off strong and then tail down. Like my track record for starting off is 3-0 for my leagues, or 4-0 actually for every league I've been in. But I've only been in 4 leagues, so I don't know. I don't have that, and I honestly don't feel like I'm that skilled. But I don't really skill people. But I don't know. I'll see how I do. I'll see how I do. Hopefully I'll pull out with a W on Jolt, which would be huge, and everyone's calling Jolt to win against me. But Joey's giving me some confidence, so I have to give it to them there. But I don't know how long this video is. It might be stupidly long, and it might be just me mumbling the entire damn time. So I'm sorry for that. Thank you for suffering through if you even watched this. So I'm just gonna pull up my draft right here. So thank you for suffering through this. Look at my gifts. They're so amazing. Give them a lick. They taste just like raisin. This is Lightning Star of the Arizona Dactyls, signing